Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, the content that I'm going to bring you tonight, I am excited to bring you. Just like Texas did last year and Louisiana shortly followed, Oklahoma is now becoming the third state to basically say, hey, if you're anti-Second Amendment and you're a big bank, you don't get access to our bond municipalities. You don't get access to an entire state market. Now, when this first happened in Texas, they were like, well, it's just one state, even though it's like one of the largest states in the entire United States. Whatever. They were still brushing it off. Well, now you got three. This keeps on picking up steam. You're going to make a tremendous impact, and it's because of you guys. The entire year, the entire Biden administration, we started off saying that we were going to fight back, and this is how we fight back. We are making an impact. Everything's going to be linked in the description box below. I want to hear from you guys. Make sure you follow me under my new Twitter account because it's under new management, at Braden LOA, and I would love to see you on there. But now, let's say a quick word from our sponsor, and we're going to dive into this. I cannot wait to show you this. Now, have you ever wanted to learn more about gunsmithing, firearms repair, or shooting sports management? Enroll in one of SDI's online programs or courses to take your hobby to the next level. Payment plans and funding options are available, so check out the link in the description box below and visit sdi.edu for more information. And thank you to SDI for making these videos possible. But check this out. Like I said, it's going to be linked, and I do want to hear from you guys down there because this is a big deal. This is picking up steam. Very similar to how constitutional carry picked up steam. Oklahoma legislature takes aim at big banks and pro-gun bill. Okay, I'm all for it. Let's dive in a little bit deeper, and I'm going to show you the irony of ironies, what the Democrats are saying after I lay out what this does. Oklahoma City. Bond issues for municipalities throughout Oklahoma could become more expensive due to new legislation that would prohibit banks that have anti-gun policies from contracting with the state. Bring it on. Let's do it. If you are against our Second Amendment, one of our guaranteed rights in the Bill of Rights, sorry, we don't want your business. That's fair. I support it. It needs to go other places. Anyway, let's keep going. House Bill 3144, State Representative Kevin West, our Representative or Republican in Moore County, and State Senator Casey Murdoch, Republican of Felt, is patterned after a bill passed in Texas last year. Now, as I mentioned, Texas did it. They were kind of like, okay, it's fine. Louisiana did it. Okay, that's two. Now you get in Oklahoma. It will not take long until this makes a significant impact on the balance sheets of these banks, forcing change. It passed the Senate with a vote for 37-8 and is headed to Governor Kevin Stitt's desk to be signed into law. So this is pretty much on the way. Like this is pretty good lock, right? Well, State Senator Julia Kurt, Democrat, Oklahoma City, noted that the bill does not just apply to the state's ability to contract, but to all political subdivisions within the state, including cities, counties, and local water boards. No kidding. If you're not going to do business in Oklahoma, it doesn't make sense that you could still do business in Oklahoma City. This is very similar to preemption. There's a direct tie-in to the whole gun control debate that they do here. Democrats argue that you should be able to make your own gun control laws in your cities with city ordinances and basically do whatever they want in the face of the state. The state has preemption and says, no. State makes the rules. It's the same here. Really important to keep this in place. Quote, there's also concern about the municipal bond market, Kurt said. Our municipalities depend on bonds. Our school boards depend on bonds. If we exclude some of the largest issuers of bonds, we're going to increase costs. On the one side, she is correct. It will increase costs because there's going to be less competition. That's just the nature of capitalism. However, when was the last time that you saw a Democrat say anything about cost or concern of cost when one of their initiatives was being pushed? You don't hear it. They only lean on cost. They only lean on all of the things that are normal to us, like cost savings, like economic issues, when it is something they're using as a cudgel. That's really important because there's a few more here I can't wait to share with you. But this is the exchange between the pro and the anti-bill here. Democrat or Republican and Democrat. This is everything. This exchange is huge. But are our freedoms for sale, Murdoch said. That's the Republican. Quote, I'm not willing to submit my district to that kind of loss, said State Senator Kay Floyd, Democrat, Oklahoma City. So just to paint that in a clear picture, I don't care about your Second Amendment rights for my citizens. I care about the cost because it's my ideological viewpoint. It's not about the Bill of Rights. It's not about guaranteed rights that founded this nation, that built this nation. It's about what I want to do. So I'm going to use the excuse to say, I won't subject my citizens to that cost financially, but you will submit that cost to them in their Second Amendment rights and their guaranteed rights. It's interesting how they're willing to do that with someone else's rights. Just saying. All right, now let's get to the amazing quotes from Democrats on this. Considering that Oklahoma lawmakers recently passed a measure to prohibit contracts with companies that discriminate against oil and gas industry, Kurt said the state is making compliance so difficult some companies will simply choose not to work with the state. Okay, this is the Democratic Left Party. Everything they do, they don't care about the impact on entities. They don't care about the red tape. They say, hire another position. You need to be responsible, corporate responsibility. Except, again, when it goes against their initiatives. Now it's all about, well, this will make it hard for businesses to conduct business in our state. Yeah, right. Let's keep going. Quote, it undermines free market. Yeah. And it's going to exclude us from getting the capital we need in the state besides sending the wrong message to the rest of the country. It's sending the exact right message. And you're not going to get less capital. It might cost some more because the banks have made that decision. As soon as the banks change that decision and that policy, it won't be a problem anymore. All right, let's go one more. State Senator Mary Boren, Democrat Norman, said the bill starts the state on, quote, this never-ending slippery slope of, quote, using the state government to pick and choose winners in the marketplace regarding our temperament, our culture, and our climate. Anything in the past 6 to 8, 2 years, 6 to 8 months, 2 years that would fall into that from the leftist perspective, maybe federally, you can fill in the blanks. But my point here is, Democrats will use anything that they can, free markets, the rights of the citizens, anything that they want when their arguments come to fruition, except when they go against pro-gun legislation, in which case, this is amazing legislation. It's going to keep spreading, and they can't stop it, so they're coming out with all of the capitalism arguments and the rights arguments, because honestly, we know that's not where they stand. That's what I've got for you. One more state bites the dust for these banks, and this market is getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and I will see you tomorrow morning on the Bullet Points. I'm Braden. See you later.